inviting me, Srikar Prabhuji. Actually, I'm nothing in front of you, and I really took this opportunity so that I can, develop little prem for Harinam and have association of devotees who are serving with you. So I feel actually very fortunate to be in this class. And whatever you said, it's I hope I'm able to do whatever you have said.
No, Mataji, you are already doing.
No, not at all. I'm feeling very embarrassed, and I really need your blessings to say something here for my own purification. So thank you very much. Um, so uh, I'll start with an activity if everybody is okay with it. Not, I think everybody is keeping videos off. Will it be like this only, or
Yeah,
some people
we can
are
request
eventually?
devotees. Yeah, we can request devotees
Okay.
to switch on their videos. Yeah. So yeah, if devotees can please switch on their videos, that will be helpful for Mataji
Thank
to
you,
conduct this.
Navendu Prabhuji, Seva Radhika mataji. Thank you so much. So I'll just share a few experiences and whatever I have been reading and hearing and all those things from there. This is what I'm going to share because I did not prepare very much for this class. So can we start by taking a wow? Because this is a very short class, right? Very short class. So it should be something which we will all cherish, and it should be something where we try to, get maximum out of it. So can we just take a wow, everybody, each one of us? Is it okay to speak only in English, or do I speak in Hindi also, as you see?
Both will do, Mataji. Both will do.
Okay.
Only English.
So only English. Okay. So by taking a vow that after this is half an hour class, in half an hour, we are going to learn something and then summarize so that it will be beneficial for each one of us. Okay. So I'll request that all of you, and I'll also make notes, we try to write certain keywords which will be takeaway from this class. Is that good? Okay. You can give reactions in Zoom meeting, so you can do thumbs up or anything. Okay, I got 2 thumbs up. So try to write keywords which will summarize everything, whatever we discussed today in the class. So let's start with a very small activity. Any one of you has pen and paper, or eraser or pen? Small eraser, if you have hands-on on one eraser, you can take that. Or if you do not have an eraser, you can take a small piece of paper with that size of an eraser. Is that good?
Can you repeat, Mataji?
So if you have an eraser, small eraser, if you do not have an eraser, if you can take a small piece of paper, just as much the size of an eraser. And a pen. Okay. And I would really request that devotees who have not switched on their videos, please join in this activity. This activity is meant to, help us learn the importance of chanting. Okay. Since this is a Japa talk, we'll first talk about how important Japa is to all of us as devotees. So on that small piece of paper, can you write A to Z very quickly? When you finish writing, you can give me some sign so that I know. Give some reaction. Okay. If you have written capital A to Z, write small A to Z again. And if you have written small, you write the capital A to Z on the same piece of paper.
Mataji, this is that eraser paper, right?
Yeah, yes. This size, very good. Lavendra Prabhuji, very correct. This size, small size of paper, yes.
And you'd write only one letter, right?
No. A to Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. The whole thing.
On one side and the other side in
Wherever
capital?
you want, it's your paper. It's your decision, your paper. So write complete A to Z. Easy to write. Done. Yes, Shobha Mataji. Want to ask something?
No, Mataji, it was thumbs up actually. I wrongly raised the hand.
Can't hear you clearly.
Am I audible, Mataji?
Okay, written twice A to Z. Very nice. So now write 5 fruits, 5 fruit names which you want to offer to Krishna. Wherever you find the place. Done? Okay, Praveena. Yes. Written 5 fruit names? Okay.
Yes.
Now write 5 vegetables you want to cook for Krishna.
Ma'am, for me, space over.
Space is over? Vedanta Prabhuji, space
Yeah,
is over. Okay, no problem. Somewhere small you can write, try to put in.
okay.
You can use both sides of paper. 5 vegetables you want to cook for Krishna. Okay, done, Praveena Mataji. Now write 5 cities in which we have ISKCON temples. 5 cities of India where we have ISKCON temple. I see many serious devotees. Very good. I am feeling encouraged in this class. They're seriously writing. Nice. Okay, Praveena Mataji, you are really quick. Can somebody show also? If you want to show your paper on screen, you can show how nicely you're writing. Vedanta Prabhuji, are you able to write 5 city names? Oh, this is a big piece of paper. No, a small one. Oh, yes, you have a small one. Very nice, very nice. Perfect, perfect. So Vedanta Prabhuji's paper is finished, but others, they still have space, right? So write 5 more city names where ISKCON temple is there. Yes, total 10 cities. Total 10 cities where we have ISKCON temple. After that, you can also write 5 countries where we have ISKCON. If anybody's space finishes, you can let me know. Because till now only one Prabhuji's space, paper
My space
space
is
is
already
finished.
over actually. I'm writing on somewhere else actually.
Okay, over. Navendu Prabhuji is over. Vedanta Prabhuji is over. Anybody else?
Space
Whose
finished,
space
ma'am.
is finished? Pravina Mataji finished. Okay. So let's stop here and understand why we did this activity. The last thing I forgot, the very important thing. On this piece of paper, draw very beautiful picture of Krishna as you want. Find a place and draw beautiful Krishna. So since we are all devotees, how will we, not speak of Krishna? I did not tell in the beginning, please draw Krishna on this paper. Find a place and draw. Can you draw Navendu Prabhuji, Vedanta Prabhuji, Pravina Mataji? Can you draw?
Just drew the eyes, Mataji.
No. Whole Krishna. Krishna is so beautiful. Can we see him on your paper? Vedanta Prabhuji has drawn.
Only eyes I could draw.
Okay, eyes.
I am trying to draw Jagannath Ji Bhagwan so that
Okay, okay, very nice. Intelligent. So why are we doing this activity? So in my psychology studies, since I have a teaching background, I'm always looking for new methods of teaching, different teaching techniques. So one such technique is this, that where we use most of our senses, the learning is maximum. I could have said all these things, but since you are using most of your senses at this time, the learning will be more. It goes in our long-term memory when we use most of our senses. So what is the meaning of this activity? Our mind or our brain is like this small paper. We fill our mind with so many different things that in the end, sometimes we do not have time to place Krishna in our mind. Isn't it? If I would have told you earlier that on this piece of paper, you have to draw Krishna, you have to write ABCD twice, you have to write 10 city names, then you must have planned small space and then written. Isn't it? But I did not tell you before. So this is the importance and this is the planning that we should do for our Japa. His Grace Rukmini Krishnan Prabhuji gives very nice example that if we have to go somewhere and we have lot of luggage and we are going by car, and in our car we have at the back we have to, in the dicky we have to arrange our luggage. How do we arrange? We first put the biggest thing first, isn't it? Our luggage will be of all size, all bags, different size, different shapes. So how do we arrange? Do we put in small things first or the big things first? So we try to put the biggest suitcase first and then smaller things are arranged. We get space for the other things. And what is the biggest thing in our devotional service? That is chanting. And that is why we do chanting early in the morning. The first thing first. Right? If I would have told you that we have to draw one Krishna and then write all these things, probably all of you must have drawn Krishna first and then written other things. Am I correct?
Yes, yes,
Right?
Mataji.
So this is what we have to do. So while starting our japa, we should keep this in our mind that this is the first thing. Actually, chanting in the morning, what we, every day we chant, how does it become successful is that the previous day we plan for it. It doesn't happen suddenly. That in the morning I will get up and then I will plan. Of course, it will work. It doesn't work, that will also not happen. But the best chanting, how does it happen is when we prepare the whole day for the next day's chanting. Okay, so then in our mind, we are preparing. We are arranging all that luggage. And then next day we sit properly and we do our japa. We put all our energy, all our thoughts will be about Krishna when we chant. When we have prepared the previous day. So every day should be like this. Then japa will be the most important luggage in our dicky. The Krishna on this paper. Right? Every day when we hear, the result will be that we will chant properly next day. When we read, the result will be that we chant properly next day. When we prepare bhoga, when we do kirtan, everything will result in next day's good chanting. Right? So His Grace Rukmini Krishna Prabhuji also says in one of his Japa talks that we have to, Harinam. Harinam is a person. So we pray to Harinam Prabhu before our chanting and we take a vow. We take a vow that I'm going to sit in one place, or if you are walking also, that's also correct, but I'm going to chant and chant only. Okay. My Guru Maharaj, Param Pujya, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he gave instruction that when we are chanting, we should only chant. Right? For Japa, he gave this instruction specifically. That when you are chanting, do not do anything else, only chant. Right? So we take a vow to serve Harinam Prabhu during our chanting time. And then Harinam Prabhu will reveal himself to us. He is a person. Right? So as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us very three prominent things that all devotees should do. Name Ruchi, Vaishnav Seva, Jive Daya. Right? So Name Ruchi. Name Ruchi means having interest, having prem for Harinam. And since Harinam is a person, so Vaishnav Seva also is done in that. When we serve Harinam. Vaishnav Seva means to serve the devotees, right? And how do we serve devotees? Who are devotees? Devotees are any person. A devotee is any person who takes Harinam. Isn't it? So when we are serving devotees, we are serving Harinam also. It's one and the same thing. Jive Daya, how are we serving every living entity? Through our Japa, as Prabhupada said, that we have to speak loudly. So anybody who hears will be benefited. And also, Prabhupada has given us this movement to preach. Right? And what do we preach? To take Harinam. So the essence everywhere we see is Japa. And that is why this is the most important thing. Now, since this is the most important thing, are we really eligible to take Harinam? This question comes. And who is eligible to take Harinam? So we hear this all the time that anybody and everybody can take Harinam. Right? And broadly, if we divide, we can have 3-4 categories that who all can take Harinam. The topmost category, no doubt, is of a pure devotee who has attained that stage and is a very, is very much established in that, on that level that he can take Harinam properly. Because you must have heard that some devotees, they say that I will not take initiation till the time I chant properly. Isn't it? This confusion comes in our mind that we chant properly and then we approach a guru and then we take Harinam. Right? So how do we get to that stage? So first stage, the topmost stage is that the person who is a very pure devotee, who has understood the scriptures, who knows the essence of bhakti, who knows everything, and he is taking Harinam. Below that comes devotees who are in, middle stage, who have faith in the process, but who cannot argue very much on the revealed scriptures, who are still in the process, but have complete faith in the process. Okay. And below that comes neophyte devotees who are just begin to take Harinam, who can be swayed here or there. Right? But what do we do to get to the topmost stage? In Nectar of Devotion, it is written that we take devotees association, pure devotee association, those who are in the first stage. We take their association. All of us must have heard this very, very important verse, Sadhu Sang, Sadhu Sang, Sadhu Sang, Sarva Shastra Kahe, Love Matra Sadhu Sang, Sarva Siddhi Hai. In around 2010, when I came to Vrindavan, when my Guru Maharaj sent me here, I remember in most of his lectures during that time, and after that also, and till his last time, he was always telling us that in Panchang Bhakti, the most important thing is association of devotees. because this is one thing which will teach us everything. So very little effort is actually needed. We want to improve our japa, we want to improve our deity worship, whatever we want to do. We take association of devotees and we improve our everything, every devotional service that we do. And japa, of course, we all must have experienced that when we sit with the devotees, how powerful japa becomes. And this is my last request actually in this class, that whenever you visit Vrindavan, try to taste, because bhakti has many mellows, right? Many rasas. Try to taste chanting in Prabhupada's house. It's completely different from this world. When we sit with Prabhupada, when we sit in his house with his devotees and then chant, you'll get a special blessing and special energy to improve your japa. Okay. Thank you very much. I was told that I have to finish by 7:50 so we can have little discussion. So if you have written certain keywords, you can share, or if you have any questions or comments, please.
Thank you, Mataji, for giving such a wonderful talk, actually. So,
Thank you, Rajesh.
yeah, very nice. I noted down a few key points, Mataji. His Grace Rukmini Krishna Prabhu told first we have to, generally when we are packing the luggage compartment in the car, we always give first priority to the bigger items, then we can pack the smaller things so that it is easy. Similarly, in our life also, we have to give highest priority to the spiritual activities like chanting. First thing first, if you do the chanting in the morning, in the early hours, that will be great. Later on, we can adjust the other things properly. Yeah. And better to plan it in the previous day for today's activity. So that will, maybe other devotees also can share.
Thank you so much, Rajesh.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much, Mataji. This activity of the page was very wonderful because like we have a very small life, so and that's why it's very important to arrange things in a proper way. For example, Krishna should be a center, and then like we should, because like we are grahasthas, so we also need to do a proper prioritization actually. So yes, so I mean it's a very wonderful exercise, Mataji. So it has given me a great perspective that yes, we have to arrange things properly so that we can make most of out of our this human life. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Devendra Prabhuji. Actually, this word I was looking for, arrangement, in this activity. When I said for keywords, I thought somebody would definitely say the word arrangement. So we need to arrange time management. All these things we must learn. As a devotee, we should know how to manage our time properly. We see all great devotees, like my Guru Maharaj. Whenever I used to go, he would give me proper time, enough time, so that I could, explain him my things. He would, speak with me. This is just my personal experience, with so much, proper time he was giving me. And we all know how busy he was. How did he manage time for so many thousands of devotees after managing the biggest ISKCON temples in the world? After so much of traveling, how would he give so much of time? This is actually, this will tear our brain to understand how. So this is the quality of a pure devotee, that we arrange everything properly. This is the only difference between success and failure in our day-to-day spiritual life. If we have failed to chant properly, that means we failed to arrange our day the previous day, right?
Thank you, Mataji. One more thing, that like Harinam is a person, and we should to pray to him that please give us mercy to chant your name and attentively, so that we get your love and affection.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Any questions anybody has? 7 minutes to go.
Mataji, especially, I mean, like for the kids actually. So, I mean, how shall we? Because now they are very disturbed actually. Kids are like, they are so much
Thank you.
into.
Thank you for this question, because I work only with children, more with children. That's my area of interest. So yes, for smaller children, actually what happens is, if we see, we all know teenage is a revolting age, right? Whatever you will tell children, they want to go in the opposite direction. So we do not bring children to the point in their, early childhood, that in the teenage they revolt from Harinam and they move out. Most of the time we see this, right? So initially you make this whole process very interesting to them, that they themselves want to chant. Okay, we are chanting because we ourselves want to chant. Okay, is your leader, whosoever, like Shri Gaur Prabhuji, is he very strict with you? Chant. Is he like this?
No, he's very loving actually.
He's
very
very
caring.
loving. This is the word. That is why you are chanting. So the same thing we have to apply with children. If we are loving to them, we are gentle to them, and when we are giving the nice experience. In all my classes, in all my interactions, I always give example of ISKCON Chennai, Sumitra Krishna Prabhuji. What he has done for children is he has arranged very nice atmosphere for children. Children love to go to ISKCON Chennai. They love to go because he has arranged for them. There are nice swings. There are nice things in Govindas just for children. They are not asked, very small children, they are not asked to sit like this in Bhagavatam class. They're just having nice experience. So when they will grow up, they will, they'll just want to know the philosophy and they'll themselves chant. So we just prepare the ground for children. Right? Does that answer your question? And teenage is very tricky. Teenage, you make them friends and then do not force chanting on them. Let them do themselves. You tell them the importance. And another trick that works is, this is given by Urmila Mataji, if you hear her lectures, Prabhupada disciple. She says that to teach anything to children, we need two things. What are those two things? Number one is become an example. Do not speak, show an example. Prabhupada showed an example. He is an acharya, right? And second thing is have very good loving relationship with your children. So how will psychology work? This is completely psychological thing. How will psychology work? That I love my mother and I want to do anything to please her. She chants properly. I also want to chant properly to please my mother. So initially it is going to come like that.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I also started chanting like this. My brother, who's a brahmachari, Shri Gaur Prabhuji just mentioned, he was in Australia, Melbourne, for 11 years. And for first 7 years, my mother and I, we could not see him. He did not come here. He was becoming a devotee there. So just to please him, we started to go to ISKCON, chant and this and that. We started doing this so that he would come home. to please him, right? So somebody, if we are in loving relationship, we want to please them and we want to do what they are doing.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Sudha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. I wanted to find out what was the name of the sanstha which you said that you're running in Vrindavan for children, because I've got a devotee who's very troubled with her teenage son. So she wanted some help. So locally also
Okay.
I'm trying to arrange for some counseling for the son, but if you could also give your organization.
This is my own company, Pragati Consultancy. I
Pragati
founded
Consult.
this in 2020 in COVID time only. So yeah, we provide counseling services, especially for children, parents, and teachers, children and
Okay, Mataji.
their caregivers. And we also do career counseling. We deal with this. And what you just said, that somebody in problem, it's like so much like a wildfire. Right? Every day we get cases like this. So we try to help in whatever therapies we know. My son is also a psychologist, one of my sons. So he's also a psychologist, and both of us together we do this.
You have online sessions also, Mataji?
Yes, yes. Mostly online. Offline is very few. It's mostly
Mataji, could you share the details with Shri Gaur Prabhu? I can collect it from him.
Yes, yes. You can call on my number or message on my number.
Yes,
Mataji,
Mataji.
please share your number.
Share your number.
Rajesh Prabhuji will
Yes,
share.
Mataji. I'll do that, Mataji. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna,
Thank you.
Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shyamarada.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Thanks.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Dandavat.
Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Thanks
Dandavat
to all
Pranam.
of you. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.